Welcome back to Conspiracy Outpost, Feast and Famine, the Fall of Medinvard. Yes, that's it. This is probably still not really D&D podcast where we play slick, homebrewed, customized system thrown together by me, your host, Nate Nasty. And you know what? We're not going to get too deep into it because you probably just listened to the first half of this fucking outrageous battle. So let's just introduce our fucking 4 adventurers, all right? Take it away, mercenaries.
I'm John Gilmore, and after what happened with me and my brother Oren last episode, I am questioning my life at Miser's Mercenary College, which is quite upsetting because I thought I found a home.
My name's Edgar Nolan, and I love the way the world looks now with my new fresh eyes. New perspective.
Literally.
I'm Diego Scotch, and the way the world's getting a lot darker. By the time this is over, if I ever go back to my old ways, we're having all the sins to eat. I'm going to be real fat.
I like it.
Wilton here. I'm debating whether this war that we're fighting is for the right reasons. But all I know is I want power.
In the last episode, we had our fated meeting between the group and Brent of the High Oaks. John Gilmore met his brother, who is working with some kind of like abomination style scarred brotherhood. Don't really know too much about it. And apparently they're headed to Bella Fortuna with Brent of the High Oaks men. There is a war. There's a fucking war happening in Stovehurst right now in the middle of the streets in the not far from the city square where the opening from the iron mines meets the inside of the city walls. And it's going batshit. There's cloaked, steel-masked men squaring off with guards. There's alarms going off. There's fucking Daigle running on the parapets. I want to say parapets. No, they're parapets. The walls around the outside of the city. And there's people firing fucking arrows. There's women and children running out. There's doors being broken down as more of these cloaked figures appear. And right now, you are, 3 of you actually, Daigle, Wilton, and John. John's walking out of a room where his brother just departed. You can see your scarred brothers in the center of town, like fighting against some of these guards, and they're looking for you. You can see Clybourne like notices you walk out of that area, and you can see him trying to like disengage from the fight. And Daigle is basically just a little silhouette running along the wall in the distance right now. Wilton is Wilton and Edgar are both are near the center right now. Edgar was attempting to scare some of the dudes, and Wilton is, I think, bow slanging.
I believe me and Wilton were on the outskirts before I left.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you came out of the okay, so that's
and
where you guys are.
When
now.
I came out, I was just trying to point this out before you got away from my character. I did notice a scarred and slack-jawed, glazy-eyed scarred monstrosity in front of me when the hood fell. Which would seem probably like a pigman to me, but without the pigman.
Was I? No, I wasn't on the
right in front of me. That's what I saw as one of the cloaked figures fall when Oren left, and I was looking for Oren when I came out.
Yeah, like running right in front of you, this like one of them got ran through with a bunch of spears and like died on the ground in front of you, and you can see that its mask had fallen off. It was eyeless and covered in scars, just like the pigmen who had been dissected by Edgar in the past. And who you've all just seen the corpses of.
All too well.
So let's roll everybody's initiative. Let's just get initiative again, and then we will get going. There's the scene. Okay, shit. So we start with Edgar, actually. So let me kind of explain so you guys, let's just say that this battle is like being pressed into the city square. The guards are like they're kind of backpedaling. So there's basically like a wall of clashing fucking big cloaked figures. and then also Brent of the High Oaks men like firing bows from the back and the sides as they're moving back towards the square. The battle is like almost in the town square now with the big fountain, and yeah, that's what you see. It's moving forward.
All right, so where am I left off here? Am I just engaged in battle?
You just tried to scare some folks, so yeah, you're near the front lines. Edgar, what do you want to do?
All right, well then I guess I'm gonna pull my knife out of that dead soldier's shoulder and then fucking chuck it at another fucking soldier, try to get that neck meat.
Okay, so you're just gonna stay in the fight. Go ahead and roll.
Yeah.
Getting that gristle.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
5 XP.
That's
Okay. Yeah, 5 XP, and then hold on one second. Highs or lows?
Highs.
Okay, so you fling your knife and it flies right in between this dude's eyes. It actually goes in through the guy's eye socket, and he just falls straight down with your knife in his head, just dead.
Lit.
Nope.
Lit.
Leave that shit.
All right, well, I guess it's not my turn anymore.
And you can see. You can see that a couple of the other guards that were standing next to that man in the shield wall like kind of notice what just happened, and they look at you, and they're looking you in your weird big fucking eyes, and you can tell that there's like a trembling to them as they back further into the city.
I scream, Demon of Miser's Peak.
Okay, roll with advantage. Just roll, yeah, D20 with advantage. Roll 2 of them. 2 twendos, my friend.
Can we gain infamy? Like if Joe
Two
keeps, or not Joe, but if Edgar keeps saying the Demon of Miser's Peak, and people recognize, be like, oh, that's the Demon of Miser's Peak right there.
That's what we're
Yeah.
aiming for.
Yeah. That's what we're aiming for. We're the Slop tacos.
The Slop tacos. So that's gonna. So they have to roll contested. Okay.
They're gonna open up.
Yeah. So both those guys, like they throw down their shields so that they can run faster, and they turn around and sprint back towards the city, toward the other side of the city. Daigle, you are running across the city walls. It looks like it's going to take you a bit longer to get to the top of the north gate, so that you can like stop the guy. You can see that they are already working the mechanism to drop the gate. But you're on your way. Go ahead and do 2 dexterity rolls.
All right.
There are all kind of crates and then like crossbow quarrels and ropes and shit like that are like lining the wall. So we're just gonna see how well you navigate that. And add your dexterity bonuses to these.
I have one question, Nate.
And then I have +4
hold on.
acrobatics, if that works.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Use your acrobatics. That's great.
Oh, +4 on my acrobatics rather than my +2 on dex.
Excellent, dude. Yeah, so you use your entire turn, and you are almost to the edges of the gates. You can see ahead of you, if you will, like these big, it's a big stone archway with like torch sconces, and they're unlit. It's like, for one, it's slightly raining out here today. It's an overcast day, and it's also midday. It's earlier in the day. So you are approaching now. This next turn, you'll be able to get there. You can see that there's a couple of men like mulling about over there. You can see that there's a few pointing their crossbows inwards towards the front of the gate downward, but they don't seem to have taken notice of you up on the wall yet. And there are some other guards that are gathered below that look like they're ready to defend against people trying to exit through the north gate. There's like a battalion, maybe not as big as a battalion, but like 8 to 10 men at the bottom of the gate. And it is Wilton's turn. Mr. Bonecrag.
No. Well, I mean, I was trying to get you before you started on Daigle's thing. That's why. But no, I was gonna ask you what kind of shields they were using. Are they like full shields, or are they just like shields that like arm shields? You know, like little small ones.
Like round shields
gotcha.
or tower shields or bucklers?
Yeah.
There's a mix. So the guards that are wielding spears have the tower shields, and then the guards who have swords and short spears, like the ones that have pikes and spears have like the tower shields, and then the ones that have shorter weapons are kite shields.
Gotcha. Okay, that's what I was just wondering if we had like a fucking Viking wall in front of us. No. Okay. So can I can I roll for like
Pretty close though, not too far off from a Viking wall. It's just it's not quite as sturdy as like a Viking shield wall, but it is definitely a shield wall.
Can I use like perception and like spot out like a general or like a leader or something? You know, someone who's commanding these guys.
Like a
Yeah,
guard.
good idea. Roll.
Hell yeah.
15.
Plus
With the perception, I have a +4.
+4, 19. Ooh, daddy like. So you can see. Okay, so you look around and you find that there is like near one of the standard bearers of the city. I think I described it as having like the 5 like different colored flags and symbols of the Sancropentis, and then the iron ring of Stovehurst. So you can see like there's a couple of standard bearers with those like billowing flags, and between them you can see that there's a man sitting on top of a horse who seems to be like pointing his sword and like shouting orders to the men. And in noticing this too, you see him like shouting to this other group, and it looks like there is a group of soldiers, maybe 10 soldiers, that are going around the outsides of the buildings and maybe coming to flank around the right-hand side of this fight.
Can I headshot that motherfucker?
Okay. Okay. We'll see.
No.
can't. No, you can't.
You actually
But
awkwardly hit a horse
are
with the hook.
were they running to the right or the left of me? Like if I'm facing them, are they going?
So you're facing, what you see from behind you is like the big hulking shoulders of all the cloak dudes, and in between the small gaps between them, you can see that there's soldiers with their with their shields up trying to fight off the men while they're backing up. And then you see even further than that, near the fountain are the shield bearers, or the standard bearers, and the general on his horse. And going around the other side of the fountain towards, actually I guess like kind of towards the north gate, they're going like around where the armorer's stand is, and it looks like they're going to go around a few buildings and come around on this side, on the right,
All right.
on your right hand side.
Watch the right. We might be getting flanked. I just yelled that out to whoever's around me.
Okay, here, let me.
And since I missed my shot.
Okay.
I'm a
Okay,
piece of
actually, yeah,
shit.
it seems like a few people notice and begin moving the other way. The only things that don't move at all are Black Cap's men, who don't seem to be, respond to that.
I don't trust that guy anyway, so fuck that guy.
Yeah, John's turn. Mr. Gilmore, and you're also being approached by Clymore, who's like looking to you, and he's just like, what should we do? These abominations, this is getting out of control.
I was actually gonna run up to Clymore anymore. I'm just gonna go. Where have you seen Orin? Where did he go?
He says, Orin.
Black Cap. I'm sorry.
He says, well, here, let me roll. He says, we haven't seen him.
I have to find him. I need to see where he went. He lied to me. I thought I could trust him. I thought I could trust him for at least a little bit because of what we had, but I can't. I saw too much. These fucking his minions, they are, I don't want to say it, but they are the pigmen. They seem like they're the pigmen. We can't trust this group. We have to pull out. We have to get as many to safety and just get the fuck out of here.
He says, absolutely. He says, with you here on Hobart's orders, we'll defer leadership to you. He says, the Scarred Brothers and I are at your disposal. Would you like us to scout for this Orin Black Cap, or would you like us to start gathering people for escape?
Fuck Orin, Black Cap. Just get to our people. Get to my men from Misers and get them to pull out. We need to get everybody out. This has... Fuck, I don't even know if it's a setup. It might have been, I don't know, but we can't trust Black Cap. Fuck, I don't even know if we can trust Hobart. We just need to get everybody out and get all the people to safety, whether they're going to fucking sorry, Nate, Fortuna, or they're going to the wilderness. I don't care. We just need people out. I trust that this city is not safe, but we just need to get the fuck out. Fuck the guards, just pull everybody back.
Okay. He says, okay, if I have it right, I'm going to gather your friends and I'm going to start gathering everyone else also to escape.
Get everybody to safety, whether it's the ridge line or back to the camp. I don't care. We'll, like, if we don't meet back up, we'll meet at the Lonely Tower where we'll find Hobart. Just try to keep yourself safe and get everybody back and at least tell my people to meet at the Lonely Tower.
Yes. Yes, sir. And they begin dispersing out into the crowd.
Good. And then
Well, they begin running out towards. You can see that there's like a pair of them are running to behind where Edgar's standing, and another one is going off to Wilton, who's firing his bow. You can see where both of them are right now.
I want to do a scan, see if I can see Daigle. Possibly. I doubt it, but I want to do a scan just in case. And then
Got perception is just wisdom.
Just wisdom, +2.
All right. Well, yeah, you can actually you can see him on the far wall. You can only tell it's him because it's moving really fast, and it's just like kind of like a silhouette figure out on top of the wall. He's almost to the north gate.
I'd like to yell to Clive once, "Don't forget Daigle! He's all the way over there!"
Everybody looks.
And Clybourne looks back and sees you like pointing over there, and he just kind of like nods at you, and then he throws his hood up and he starts running straight towards the gate.
Okay, and then as far as that, I am gonna try to move in and help the rest of the Scarred brothers get at least Wilton and Edgar out, get them out, get them to try to retreat.
Okay, so Wilton's closest to you. We'll say you head towards Wilton, and that'll be your turn, right?
Yes.
Edgar.
Back to Noli. Can I look around to see if there's any like people that were trying to evacuate that are getting blocked off by a guard or two?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll an eyeball check. Yeah, so in the battlefield, you can see that there are right now. No, it doesn't actually seem like anybody's really getting cut off. It seems like there's a bunch of people that are splitting off to the east. So like to the northeast is where like the north gate of the town is, and it looks like there's a bunch of people that are breaking off that way, and it doesn't look like they're getting cut off or anything right now. They're running behind a building though, and you can hear screams. You do notice that a body flies off of the city wall and just crashes to the ground, like not far from you, like lands near the battle. And when you look up at the city wall, you can see that there are big cloaked figures with those masks on. And you can see one of them is just standing like triumphantly, like it just threw that man off of the wall. And there are like 3 or 4 others. It seems that there are some of Black Cap's men have like scaled the wall, perhaps from the inside or the outside. It's hard to tell. But the more you look around in the city, the more and more of them are showing up.
I just.
And you also see 2 of the Scarred brothers running towards you.
Are they to me right now, or are they?
No, they're in slow mo. They're big watching to you right now.
I guess I'll walk. I guess I'll head towards them because I'm just figuring that they're sent to do something. I don't know.
You head
towards them, yeah, and my.
Okay, yeah. So you get to them, and they say, and one of them says, John Gilmore says it's time to evacuate.
What of the people?
He says, yes, we are to get them, but first we will gather you and your friend over there. And they point over at Wilton, where you can see one of the other Scarred brothers is running to him.
As his arrow flies and hits nothing.
Yeah. As it falls into the well and goes.
All right, fine. I'll follow you guys.
Okay, excellent. Daigle's turn. You are at the archway now, standing between the sconces. You can see that there are 2 men. there's 3 men that are standing on the battlements, and one of them has a sword, and he seems to be like guarding the other archway. Because like if you look straight through this archway, what you see is like an open platform with like, you know, turrets that people can stand behind, and then there's another archway, and those are basically both sides of the gate that have towers. And there are 2 crossbowmen standing on top. There's one looking towards the outside, one looking towards the inner wall, and then there's a guy with a sword who's guarding the other archway with his back to you, but all the way across the other crossbowmen. No.
Does any of them see me? No?
None of them notice you yet, but you're gonna have to roll stealth if you'd like to approach stealthily.
Yeah, I'd like to approach stealthily if I could.
Okay, and since there's a battle going on, I am gonna give you advantage, even though you don't need it.
Oh, shit.
Look at that daddy roll.
That was a daddy roll.
You're a real Dallas dice roller.
Dang, Daigle's been on point these last couple episodes.
Yeah,
I like to go for the one further.
Completely undetected.
Yeah, further away. I'd like to go for the one further away from them. So I guess towards more the wall outside, I guess.
Okay, yeah, so what happens is you sneak under the archway in the darkness, and then you emerge. You walk sneakily right between the 2 crossbowmen who are facing in opposite directions and go straight to the other guy. And you roll an attack?
Yes.
Excellent, dude. So okay, describe how you do this guy in. He's standing there in his armor. He's completely unaware.
I run up behind him. It's just the boogeyman here. And I fucking grab my knife and I jab it straight into his neck and I slit across his jugular. Shh, and I hold his mouth quietly and I lay down him, the armored man, slowly. Shh.
Ooh, do another stealth check. Right. Let's see how well you handle this.
1.
You start talking. Fuck yes.
Fuck.
Oh,
and I have
shit.
a +6. I have a +6 on myself though.
Oh, that's 11.
Oh, nice.
Okay, well we're gonna roll against it. You are noticed by both the crossbowmen as after you stab him in the neck, his head kind of flies back, and you try to like let him down slowly, but the helmet, the half helm, falls off of his head and clatters to the ground. They both turn around with their crossbows, aware of you, and one of them yells, "We've got company!"
Yeah, right behind you. Did that work? Can I roll a deception, or is that too obvious?
What'd you yell?
Yeah, right behind you. And then I try to say.
Okay. Oh wait, yeah. Go ahead and roll a deception. That's okay.
Dude, they're
Both
too
of them-
distracted by the blood squirting out that neck.
The one who yelled just smiles and draws back his crossbow as he aims it at you.
Do I have another attack, or am my
No.
turn's over?
End of turn. Wilton's turn. There's a scarred brother approaching you, and you can also see on the other side, like just to your right, you can see that there's like a big crowd of people that are heading out to the right, like behind some buildings around the town square, like kind of towards the east, the northeast part of town. And there's also Edgar and 2 other scarred brothers running towards you.
So I guess I just run up to him and see what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, and the brothers say to you, "Oh, do you want to say it, Edgar? Tell them what's up."
We need to go. John said that this whole thing is a setup, or it might not be, or fuck, he doesn't know. These are the words that they told me. So we need to go and meet up. And
I knew I should have trusted the tree bastard with this fake religion.
I don't know if it's the other tree guy as much as this black cap. There's something else going on. I have a feeling.
Help!
What the fuck was that?
Amidst the battle, you see that there's a child on the ground, and it looks like their legs are trapped underneath one of the fallen followers of Blackcap, and he's trying to crawl out.
I really thought you were gonna say his legs look like rolled up.
God damn it! I go free the kid.
Okay, roll a percentile.
Oh, percentile. Sorry.
That's good though. Yeah, that would be what you roll after the percentile.
Woo!
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do the other roll will be for your dex roll. So as you're running towards this child that's trapped underneath this body, you notice out of like your peripheral vision that there is something flying through the air towards you and the child, something big. And you don't have time to like take a look at it, but you go and you grab the kid, you run out of the way, and then the corpse of one of the fully armored guards falls to the ground on top of the corpse of one of Blackcap's guys, just crushing that monster's head and just sliding across the ground. And the guy kind of twitches for a minute, and then blood starts pouring out of his armor.
Can I just throw this kid on my shoulders and just fucking flee with the group?
Yeah, it'll slow you down a bit, but yes.
That's fine.
I'll stay at his level to help him if I can.
John's turn.
So I'm witnessing them flee, and what's going on?
So you've just sent your scarred brothers off, and like you can see that your scarred brothers are meeting up with your friends, and they're beginning to move out. You can see there's a large crowd of mostly the commoners and also some of the followers of Brent to the High Oaks are like beginning to head eastward. Like there's kind of like this massive people, like, you know how people act when they're in a group. Right now there's like hysteria going on, and it seems like a large amount of people have decided to start like moving east. So there's kind of a crowd crush, and your friends are at the back of this crowd crush, and that's like going through this alley towards the eastern side of town, and it'll like turn up north towards the gate.
But I'm pretty much standing where I was standing when I gave the orders.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to go up and I want to pull the cloak and mask off of the person, the one I want a pigman or a corrupted person that had died in front of me. I want to pull the stuff off and then meet up with the people, meet up with Wilton and Edgar.
So you're gonna try to pull one's mask off?
I want to pull them. I want to pull the robe off,
the
first
hood
and
back,
then the mask. Well, it's already fallen off. Like the hood's fallen off.
Oh, is this a dead one or a live one? Like
it's the dead one that died in front of me.
Oh, so the dead one's head's been entirely crushed, and its mask is just like laying on the ground.
I'm taking the robe.
Pull the hood back and wash it.
Okay.
Just in case, I'm pulling the robe off.
So just to let you know,
I
these are big, heavy guys. You're gonna have to do a strength check to
kid.
try to like move the corpse and get the robe off.
Got it. Oof. Yeah, that's not working. So I guess I don't pull it off. But I'm meaning, yeah, because I got a 0 unless a fucking 8 will work.
Yeah. So the no.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you try to move it, you realize this is like 260 pounds maybe of like fucking buff man flesh that you're trying to move, and it's just
3
dead
sacks
weight.
of cement. So yeah, I'm just gonna move on to
Americans using anything besides, fucking the metric system.
I'm just moving on to Wilton and fucking Edgar, and just kind of in a flurry, just making sure people are getting past me. Just go, and moving through the crowd, getting bumped, and pushing them past as I make my way to Wilton and Edgar, just trying to keep our group intact as I trust Clybourne to bring Daigle to us.
Okay, so there are definitely some people. There are definitely some people in the crowd that are kind of like noticing you, John, because they see that you like sent off those that the scarred brothers are kind of like deferring to you. They can also see that like you have these other groups and you're yelling for like people to move. So now there's like a small contingent that's kind of like forming along your back behind where the big crowd crush is moving through that alleyway. Like probably about like 20-30 people are slowly gathering. Some of them armed with things like chair legs or table legs and pitchforks and shit like that from their homes.
Positive outlook, not negative. They're not trying to hurt me.
No. It looks like they're gathering around with you.
Okay, so do I notice this?
You do notice this.
Okay, I turn around and be like, you guys, get to the front, see what the fuck is holding up this line.
Okay, and let's do one roll. So with advantage, roll a d20 twice, and this will be a charisma, baby.
Okay. Yeah.
You have any bonuses to that?
Charisma -1. I don't really inspire much. I'm a very deformed figure.
You can see that like some of them want to go, but they look a little afraid, you know? But you do see that two of them, the ones that seem to have like some of the best weapons, they do nod to you and they go running up the sides, but it's literally just two guys and they're going on either side of the crowd trying to get to the front. Now a flurry of crossbow bolts fly at Daigle. Okay. Oh my god. Like okay, so that's a nat fail. I mean, that's a nat 1. So yeah, the one who laughed at you and smiled, he was like, yeah. He pulls his trigger, and you can see that the two or the fucking the sinew just snaps. His fucking like bowstring or the crossbow string just fucking snaps, and the arrow just goes flipping off in a random direction, and his crossbow is just broken. The other guy also misses. It flies and it actually sticks into the corpse of his friend on the ground, and he goes, no. And it is Edgar's turn.
Terry.
Oh, you can hear movement, although you can't see it just yet, but like at the base of the wall, you can hear like stamping feet. You can hear like a lot of motion at the bottom of the wall, metal boots hitting the ground, and it is Edgar's turn. Edgar.
Good noise.
Edgar.
So are we still running to meet up?
Oh yeah. So now you're at the back of this crowd, and I mean, you can head around the other side of this building. It's to go where the crowd's going. It's just a little more dangerous because there are people fighting around the other side. So just to let you know, that's kind of like the two avenues right now. Well, there's many avenues. You can just head back right where you came, run out, go south, fuck all these people and Daigle. You can go east with the crowd through this alleyway where they're kind of like crowded, or you can go straight north and go around these buildings where the battle's happening.
I'm gonna stay behind to guard the rear of these people in case some people try to start hacking their backs like wild animals to stop them from escaping. Just in case people are gonna come in this way.
Okay, watch out for back hackers.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch. Yeah, watch out for ankle biters. Just kicking animals.
Release the chihuahuas.
That's my dog. Well, it shouldn't have looked at me like that. You see the way it's got that crooked eye?
And it is Daigle's turn. Unless, wait, do you want to ready an action or anything like that? Or are you just going to...
I just want to be prepared for combat and keep a watch of these innocent people's backs. They may not be innocent. Some of them might be perverts.
Okay,
Yeah,
you're
but I
moving
don't know
slowly. And we'll say that if you can spy a danger approaching, then you will have an opportunity to intervene.
Just ready my goggle eyes for this.
Okay, goggle eyes. And it's Daigle's turn.
My pupils just
Facing off with two crossbowmen.
So the best thing to do, I guess, right now is to get to close the gap. So then with my knives, I rush for the closest man, which was the man closest to him on that side, the one away from the gate. I rush him and with my knives, and then while that, I don't know how long it's been since that freak accident happened, but try to go for his jugular with my knife.
Nice. Excellent. Nice, dude. Yeah, that's gonna hit. Yeah, these guys are armored too. So yeah, go ahead and roll for god fucking damage. Okay, so yeah, you shank that boy. You shank that boy. And after you stab him, you see like he like reaches down, like he's obviously like really scared right now, and he like just reaches down and like goes to grab the short blade at his waist. And you know what? Let's we're in the middle of combat. Tensions are high. Adrenaline's fucking flowing. We're gonna give everybody more action so we can go through this faster. So you get another move. Go, boy.
Yes.
Hit it.
All right.
Go, dog.
I'm gonna take my other one and go for his gut. My other knife. Well, my other one's lodged in his neck if it is still, and I'm gonna go with my other knife into his gut.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, gut
Just want to
busters.
fucking. Oh, that was fail. I missed.
That was mud gutter.
That was mud.
That's what we call mud gutter.
Yeah, okay, so that one just like slides off of his cuirass, and you see him beginning to pull out his blade. It's Wilton's turn.
I'm still at the back of this shit, right? This
I love
horde
your,
trying to
I love your
escape.
game.
Yeah.
I love Monopoly.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
You, Edgar, I think John is with you guys now too, right? Yeah, it's not that far.
Oh, I forgot you were heading back. Okay.
Yeah, so all you are together right now.
And we're making our way back towards where these people are going, or we're holding off the back.
We're making our
Okay,
way
so
down now.
this is
We're getting the fuck out. We're getting out the gate.
That's why I'm up there. I'm causing the fuss so
But
they
the
won't
gate,
close.
it's moving slowly, so we're
Pretty sure there's no-
let's get the fuck out of
You
here.
guys came in through the south, and they're trying to exit through the north gate
I raised my bow up
because they
and I just
they
start
locked
running
the
towards the
south
north
gate behind
gate
you guys.
like a fucking champ.
Okay.
Ah!
You start running
whole
towards the
way.
north gate.
Follow me if you want to live.
You still have a kid on your back, don't you?
Yeah, I have this child on my back too.
Oh, dude. Okay, roll with advantage, dude, because the kid's like cheering too. He's like, "You saved me!"
That's two, right?
Yeah. You're cutting the scene. So
And then I have a +0 to charisma, so
perfect. Wait, so you're going with the crowd though, right?
yeah.
Okay,
And
yeah. So
I'm going through.
you can see that some people are beginning to like try to like hustle some more, and you can see like some hands going up into the air, and this crowd is beginning to clear the other side, and you can hear some screaming on the other side of the building. And-
Like screams of terror, or screams of
Screams of terror. Scream. There are a few of those screams, and then there begins screams of terror. And you can see that some of the people are beginning to head backwards in the opposite direction towards you guys. And go ahead and roll a either dexterity or a strength roll as you try to not get like bombarded backwards by the rush of people. You start getting knocked back. You and the kid make a dex save to try to keep the kid from falling off you and getting trampled.
Fuck.
Oh, dude, that kid died, yo.
What is that 11 altogether?
Oh yeah, I got a +3. Yeah.
And we'll add the kid's roll too, because he's definitely trying to stay. Okay, so yeah, barely. The kid almost falls off of you, and you manage to like catch him by the hand before he hits the ground. And
You're not
that's-
Mufasine today.
into the wildebeest. And it's John's
Can I just
turn.
like? Can I? I was gonna say, can I just like push a path out of the way?
John. So
this
after
kid's
seeing
safe?
Wilton do that, I'm gonna turn back. It's like he's got the right idea, but we're not going straight there. We're going fucking around. Fuck this crowd. And I want to try and move around the left hand shank if Daigle's coming from the right on the wall. I want to try to move around the left hand with my band of scarred brethren, and then try to push forward to the gate and try to get that shit open so people can get out.
So you going to the north gate or the south gate?
North gate.
Tight. And so you wanted to go the opposite way of where the crowd's crushing, like kind of through the battle.
Yeah, just like as they're crushing straight back, because I assume that's what was going on with Wilton as he went forward. They're coming straight back. I'm gonna move off to the left because I assume Daigle was coming from the right. Right? I don't know. But so I'm just gonna move slightly to the left of the crowd and try to skirt around the crowd and get to the front as they're
The
moving.
crowd's
back.
fleeing
Gotcha.
backwards because of
Yeah.
screaming, right?
Yeah, they are. And
Okay.
so if you want to head to the left, the other way around is through the battle.
Whatever way, left or right, whatever way is easier because they're rushing backwards, right?
Well, the thing is that there's not really any easy way right now because there's a big battle going on. There's a huge crowd of people on one side that are now running in two directions at once. And then on the other side is a bunch of people fighting the battle. And those are the two spaces you could choose to move through. Or you could try climbing the building and going over it.
If it's just splitting, then I'm gonna leave my scarred brethren right behind Wilton and try to just split the crowd more and go straight through.
I see. Okay, how do you want to do that?
If it's already splitting to each side, I'm just gonna go through the middle that's already split.
It is chaos. There's some people running one way, some people running the other. It's slowly turning into a meat grinder.
Can I
and then
try to
there's
inspire the
screams.
crowd?
Well, it's not your turn, but John.
I know.
What do you want to do, John? Okay, so you want to split people or try to split the crowd?
I'm gonna try to follow behind Wilton and get my scarred brethren, and the fellow crowd members who have put their faith in me as we went on, to try to go forward and go behind Wilton and spear their way to the front with Wilton at the lead.
Okay, so you're gonna try to rally people behind Wilton.
Yes.
Go ahead and make a roll for that. No advantage.
Oof. I guess that's a +5.
They take
Say what
a they take a look over at Bone Crag, who's like yelling and has like the kid on him and has those weird tree eyes, and they look back over at you. And they just begin like heading off in the other direction. They're like running back towards the south part of town. They're getting away from the screaming, which, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna scream to Wilton. It's like fuck the people abandoning us. We're getting out. The people who will believe in us will fucking live. I guess they're fucking dying. Fuck it. We can't save everyone. Just keep going.
So the Scarred Brothers nod their heads and they begin getting ready. Them along, or well, Clymore's gone. He's ran across town. He went through the battle and just ran straight towards the gate. Yeah, but the other remaining Scarred Brothers are forming kind of like a triangle formation and like trying to elbow their ways through the crowds to get through. Pincers. Yep. Yes, not a scyther formation, but a pincer formation. Okay. And it is one crossbow or one short sword being swung at Daigle. Oh, that misses badly. And a crossbow shot from the not broken crossbow, which does a 15 hit you? Okay, yeah, that misses. He got a 15. So, the other crossbow bolt flies by you, and it goes into the guy's corpse who's laying in the hallway again. The guy goes, "No!" And yeah, you can hear the stomping of boots coming up from like the corridors nearby, like the archways. And it is Edgar's turn.
I'm gonna fight my way through the crowd to see where the screaming's come from that's causing everybody to panic.
Okay, let's see how far you can get through the crowd, buddy. It is slowing, like, so now a lot of people have, like, spread out. They're dispersing. This is all happening so fast, but people are really dispersing out of the space. First, people were running in both directions. Now it seems like everybody's coming the same way. Middle of the battle, men are running past you, Wilton. The small contingent of, let's just call them farm warriors, are dispersing from around Mr. John Gilmore, and it's just chaos. You hear screams around the side of this building, and what do you do?
I look around and try to find the biggest guy in the crowd that's like near me, like that's on our side, kind of deal. Like the yokest motherfucker.
Okay, so you see a guy who's built a lot like Bertolt in the crowd.
Okay, I walk up to him and I hand him the child and I hand him my combat knife and I say, "Stay on me." And I raised my bow up. I was like, "If you guys want to live, come with Bone Crag." And I start marching forward, bow drawn, and hopefully this guy's following me. And I start going.
Can I scream with him to try to get the crowd going? You know, the guy that starts the first clap after the slow clap?
Yeah. So, what happens? You hand the child over to this guy. The guy takes the child. He looks like really confused. And you yell that out. And some of the crowd begins to like turn around. A few people just kind of like stop and they see you. What are you holding your bow up?
Yeah, I have it drawn. Can I see any enemies ahead of me? Can I use some perception or something?
Not yet. You can't see any from where you're at. There's like a big crowd. You'd have to go around the building to.
I just have an arrow knocked in, and I'm just walking forward, just super like fucking aggro, angry, like ready to go. Actually, no. Okay. I raised my bow in the air. I was like, "Follow me!"
So yeah, you can see that some of the people in the crowd are following you. You can see that some of Brent the High Oaks men notice that you're holding one of the bows, and like they just start walking with you with their bow drawn too. So now you've got like 3 more archers with you. And then John and the Scarred Brothers and everybody, what are you guys doing while he's doing that?
No sacrifice, no victory.
We're gonna push. We're gonna rally behind Wilton. We're just gonna keep pushing.
Oh, nice. So, okay, with all these people rallying
Can I
around
roll
you.
for charisma for more
Yeah,
people?
do it. Do advantage.
Shit. Well, I got the second one.
Woo! That does assist him, dude. So people see that there's like a motion happening. There was no leadership on the battlefield on the side of Brent of the High Oaks. Brent mysteriously gone. Black Cap also gone, like not noticed here during the battle. But around, ooh, you did. Okay, so around like, but now let's say nearly 50 people begin rallying around you guys, and some of those are like women and children that are like standing in like the middle. They're kind of like a convoy of men with like farm implements and tools from their houses are like forming around a bunch of like women and children that are in the center. You see that big guy that you handed the kid to? He puts the kid down in that circle and then he just begins running away in the opposite direction. He says, "I'm sorry."
Is the kid next to... Wait, did he steal my knife, that fucking prick?
He has your knife.
Fucking asshole. No, is the kid near me?
Yeah, the kid's there.
I turn to the kid. I'm just like, stick next to me. I'll keep you safe.
The kid nods. Yes.
Okay, cool. And then I just start fucking marching forward. On Bone Crag and the Slop Tops.
Ooh, throughout the slop tops.
I love that.
Right, okay, so there's a hustle happening here now. Edgar, what are you doing all this?
I'm still going towards whatever that screaming noise was. I don't know if that's where they're heading or.
That's where we're headed.
Okay, so you're ahead of the crowd then, we'll say.
All right, sure.
Joe hears a rustle about and he sees a group forming behind him.
Yeah, there's a
Or not
big,
Joe,
you see
sorry, Edgar.
there's a big group led by Wilton. So you turn as you're about to like round the corner, you turn back and you see Bone Crag there, and then like he's yelling stuff, and then you can hear like John yelling on Bone Crag behind him, and you can see the Scarred Brothers, and they're following you. It looks like they're following you because you're actually ahead of everybody in the crowd anticipating.
I just look behind them and I mutter to myself, "Show offs." And then I look forward to see if I can see where the screaming was coming from.
As you round the corner of the building, you can see a circle of horsemen riding around a like circle of basically a small crowd of people that have been bunched together, and they are just riding around in a circle, slashing their swords at the people standing in the middle. There's like men and women, and everybody is just like falling to the ground. There's like a big pile of bodies there, and you can tell that like dozens of people have been slaughtered in this area on the outsides too. You can see that there's a few other horsemen patrolling the distance, and it looks like there's 3 horses headed towards the north gate in the distance.
So they're like farther away from me where all this.
Yeah, and then this circle of slashing men on horses are they're, let's say they're like 20 yards from you, and that's what I was trying to tell you. Sorry. Oops. There is 6 of them.
Fuck. Okay, well, I'm gonna start charging with one of my phosphoric acid things in my hand and just yelling. It's like, "Hey, you want to fight somebody? Set your eyes on me!" And I throw the fucking thing as I'm running.
Is he close enough to throw it at him?
I don't know. That's why I'm charging. I don't know if we're. You said, wait, they're like closer. The little killing ground thing. Can you guys hear me?
Closer than who?
Yeah, I could hear you.
Yeah.
I thought you said people were.
There's a crowd. There's a crowd behind you, and then about 20 yards away, there is the killing ground around the building.
Okay. Well, then I'm just
okay.
gonna rush over there and yell that. I guess because I don't
Yell
know
what?
how far I
Oh,
can.
sorry.
I was saying, hey, if you want to. I don't even remember what I said. I'm just gonna charge at him. Forget it.
Michael Fix had it.
Okay, so you charged him. Yeah, so you can see that two of the horsemen notice you running towards them, and they break off from the circle and begin just running down the alleyway. Their the hooves beating the cobbles, each of them holding a sword above their heads, running straight at you, Edgar Nolan. And with that, we're gonna go back to Daigle. So Daigle, you can hear like a scuffle outside of the city gates in the front. And then you can hear like men stomping up the stairs inside of the wall, headed towards the top from the two towers surrounding the gate.
Is this guy still alive? The guy that I have a knife in him?
That guy has bled out now. He's his limp body slides out of your grasp, and the other crossbowman's still
This one
alive.
guy. I just want to talk to the other crossbowman. There's a war going on, son. There's a war going on, son. And what side are you a part of? Does your family live in the North Gate? Because if they're not fleeing for their lives, they're dead. You see what these people have done to their own people here. You're a guard. Look at the guard slaughtering someone. What are you doing this for? To live? For food? Oh, look down there. Look over the walls. They've already slaughtered the baker. They slaughtered everyone there that means something. You're not getting paid for nothing. What does this mean to you?
Roll a thing. Yeah, roll a deception. I don't know. That's not really
Charisma.
deception. You're trying, yeah, just a straight charisma because you're just trying to convince him, right? That's like,
Yeah.
you're not really lying to him. Is that 8?
Yeah, it's a 7. Yeah, it'd be an 8.
Okay, so the guy looks at you and he says, there's some weird fucking cultist assaulting the city right now, and you're up on the walls killing guards. And we're trying to save these people. And he cocks back his crossbow and begins loading in another bolt.
Can I fucking throw a knife at his bolt as his crossbow?
Oh, sure. That's interesting.
Nice.
Oh, yes. Okay, so your knife just flips through the air and lands on the crossbow string and splits this guy's crossbow string too. The guy goes, fuck! And he drops his crossbow on the ground.
I just want to cross my arms and go, son, I'm not going to fucking kill you. If your family lives in the North Gate, you'd be smart if you fucking left. Just saying. At the same time, do you know what they're doing down there? What do you think you eat for breakfast? You get paid what, coin for being a guard? But you don't make your bread. Guess who just made your bread? They're lying dead in the street.
In the middle of your
because
speech,
you're
he stares at you for a few moments while you're yelling at him, and then he hears the fighting on the front of the gate, and he goes and looks down and he says, "Oh fuck, there's more of them!" And begins just running away down the into the archway and like trying to get down off the wall.
I sigh. Some of us should never learn. I just pick up the stuff and I yell down that wall. It's secure. Walk
On
through
which
the
side?
gates. I pick up my knives and I just kind of yelled down the wall. The wall is ours. Empty out the gates. Will you have it? And I wait for the obviously I see people approaching the gates, so I wait for them to come into before I leave the gate. Because they're gonna secure the gate and then I'll leave as soon as they get here. So I just kind of wait for security.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, you see two horsemen ride up, and I mean, as you're standing there waiting, from both sides of the archway, armed guards appear. You're now flanked by 6 guards.
Oh shit!
Three come out from either archway, and then 2 horsemen arrive at the bottom of the gate. You can hear there's more fighting on the outside of the gate, and there's actually a pounding on the gate now, like a loud like, and it's like almost like shaking the ground on top of the gate.
Oh, the gate's not lifted; it's still down.
Yeah, it's now like it's now lowered. Like it was lowering while you're up there.
I lift my hands. And I go. I tried my best. Do you believe what happened? Look at this mess. Do you believe what could happen here? I just raised my hands.
Deception.
Okay, so the guards look at the corpses on the ground, or the corpse on the ground. They look at you with the bloody knife, and they see the crossbow bolts in the body too, and they're like, they look at you, and one of them steps out front. It looks like he might be a lieutenant. He's wearing the iron ring on his chest, on his breastplate, and he says, this is one of Grin's mercenaries. He says, what are you doing up here on the wall? You should be down there. He said, you should be down there bringing back the head of Brent of the High Oaks.
Precisely. I just got fucking stuff over here. I came up here for a break. I was supposed to meet a friend up here for a sandwich, and also this fucking happened. Can you explain that? What the fuck is going on here? Why was I informed?
He says you said you're trying to meet somebody on the wall of the city for a sandwich in the middle of a war. You're full of shit.
This was before a war. We're not full of shit. I'm not full of a sandwich. I'll tell you that. I'm fucking hungry. Unless you want to share some of rations, I'd be real pissed right now because Miser Peak is paying you top dollar to have this job done.
He says, guards. He says, 2 of you apprehend this man. We'll bring him back to the Archimandrite, and he can tell his story there. The rest of you, we need to move out to the battlefront. So 2 men come up on either side of you to grab your wrists.
You don't have to. I'd go myself. You don't have to fucking tie my wrists. I'm a mercenary. I've been told to do a job. That won't look good on you. It won't reflect on both of us. All right? Let me talk to the man himself. I'll walk with you kindly. You could take my arms. You could do whatever. I'm just one man versus a million.
Okay, so yeah, the guard or the lieutenant looks at you, and he kind of like lowers his eyebrows for a second, and he says, hands off this one. He says, just escort him over to the gate. He looks like he's gonna cooperate. He says, the rest of us, we got to get to the front now. So they begin heading down the stairs, and you're in the back of all these people, and you've just basically got these 2 well, you're not in the back of all of them. There's 2 guards walking behind you, and then there's the other guards and the lieutenant walking in the front. And when you get to the bottom of the stairwell, you can see that there are like 2 guards that are like poking spears through the big iron gates. And on the other side of the gate, you can see that there's a bunch of there's probably maybe 15 of the black-robed, steel-masked men who are beating on these like wrought iron gates with their big gnarled fists and with their clubs and trying to break down the gate right now. And they're getting like stabbed by spears through it. The other men like kind of look back a little afraid, but like the 2 guards say, "Come on, let's go to the center of the town. It'll be safer than here anyways." And the other men begin heading off towards the battle with the lieutenant, and the 2 horsemen are standing there. The lieutenant says, "You 2, with me, scout ahead." And he just like points his fingers to like that way.
Oh, for the guards that's guarding me?
No, for the 2 horsemen, and the horse goes and just like run off into the distance ahead of you guys.
Can I say, because there's 4 guards on me right now, right?
There's 2 guards behind you, and then there's 4 guards behind the lieutenant, and you guys are about to branch off. The lieutenant and his men are heading towards the battle, and you guys are heading straight towards the Archimandrite's palace.
Can I tell him, like, you're hindering the work, man, right here. I'm just trying to make some coin. What the fuck is this? This is gonna take longer. This is gonna take longer than my days. Oh, if I get to pay an extra coin for this.
Yeah, try a roll with disadvantage. Okay, so he doesn't even look back. He goes, "Men, you have my orders." And he puts his hand up, and then he continues. He says, "With me!" and pulls out his sword and begins like running towards where the battle's happening in the center of town. You got the 2 guards behind you, but they're like not like pushing you and shoving you or anything. You're just like you're just here with these 2 guards, and they're like, come on, let's get back to the palace. It'll be safer there anyway." He says, "Look at all this destruction."
You're right, but I feel like your Ken man is dying out there. I feel like I'm not trying to go to be beyond my job. You know, I'm just there for that. But what kind of man would I be if I just take a target head and watch you all get slaughtered? You know, I'm a man of arms too. I'm not just a mercenary. I've served before. I can handle these men on the ground floor. Trust me.
Okay, so you're trying to convince them to. Okay.
I don't know where we're on the wall. Is there any ladder anywhere close?
Nice.
So the men like they look at you, they look at each other, And they say, you know what? Fine. He says, you wanna lose your life out here today? Fine. No more delays for us. He says, come on, Phil. He says, we're going back to the palace. And we're gonna go hide in its walls for as long as we can before they send us out here to fucking die. It's like I'm not dying without a pint of ale in my belly. And him and the other guy, like, they begin running back, and one of them says, good luck to you. He says, don't betray us. And he points, he says, good luck to you. Don't betray us.
Sir, we'll win this war. Trust me. I'm from Moiser's Peak, and I put that on the line. Don't do that for all of us. Well, by the way, there's no one guarding the gate.
They're out of hearing distance now.
Oh, they're left. So
Yeah, they were running away.
Can I see if anyone's left at the gate?
There is, there's 2 guards at the bottom that are stabbing out with their swords, and it looks like, the gate is now, like, empty, except for that there is a bunch of Black Caps men that are trying to break in through the iron gate, and then there's 2 guards trying to fend them off from inside.
Is there, from the outside on the top of the gate, is anyone, like, guarding the lift?
There's still that one crossbow man, and he's up on the gate with his dead friend and 2 broken crossbows.
He remembers me, doesn't he?
Yes.
Okay, can I fucking rush him? Can I rush him, fucking throw a knife at him?
What?
Or is my turn
Okay.
not over it?
I guess so.
I gotta fucking secure this gate. I gotta open this gate.
Okay, we're gonna yeah. So you run up the stairs and you see that guy. He's just like, he's got his hands on his head and he's just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to fucking do. I don't know what to do.
Or can I still talk to him? Is it a little bit too late?
No, you
Or
can
past
talk to him.
compassion?
Yeah, that's what you see when you get up there.
Okay.
I don't know what to do, man. I don't know what to fucking
Look
do.
at the floor. They can pay you in the coin, but coin's not worth bread if there's no one to make the bread. There's no one there. There's no one to get crops. There's no farmers. There's nothing.
He says,
Go back to
dude,
your
they're gonna
family.
destroy the gate and kill us all.
Go back to your family. What's more important? We need a road.
I'm going.
I'm
fucking
getting my
going.
family back too. You and me both. I'm opening this gate. You and my family, we're gonna run out here. We're gonna disguise like we're nothing. We're gonna take our goats to pretend that we're just the rebels. We'll get out here.
He looks
We'll be
like
fine.
he's gonna run away, but then you say that you're gonna open the gate, and he says, I can't let you open the gate. He says, do you see how many of those guys are out there? They're gonna kill us.
I have 5 kids, and I'd rather die outside the wall than within.
Okay, roll a deception. Okay, so 16, and he'll roll against it. And he says, fuck. He says, fuck, man, I don't have any kids. He says, but if I did, I wouldn't be opening this gate and letting all these strangers come in to fucking murder them.
Would you like a kid? Because you have a better chance having a kid outside the wall. You and your wife. You can have a kid outside the wall, but you can't have one within. Not when the heathens get in. It's better off pretend like you're them, wear their mosque, live outside the walls. You're better off living that way. This place is going to hell. They're coming to get us. We better pretend like we're them. Let's live. Let's run. We gotta run.
The guy says, he says, fine, whatever. And he goes and he just like runs through the archway and begins heading down the stairs. You're alone on the wall now. Between the 2 towers.
What a fucking couple of Sims. They're fucking dumb as fuck.
And with that, we will go back.
I open the gate, and then I'm just laughing as I open the gate.
Yeah, okay. You begin like turning the wheel, and this huge weight, just basically a giant boulder, begins like sinking on the inside of the wall and like counterbalancing the weight of the gate as you like turn it. And the gate opens below, and you hear the sound of 2 men going as their lives are snuffed out. The 2 spearmen, and you see a bunch of black hooded figures begin to storm in through the gate, like 15, 20 of them, and they're all headed straight towards the Archimandrite's palace across town. And now we are going to Edgar. And the others. So you guys, the crowd is now like pushing around the corner, and what you see is Edgar standing out in the middle of a big causeway, like a carriage road, and you can see that there are 2 horsemen running straight at him.
Can I shoot one of the horse?
Actually, yeah, go ahead, take a shot. Shoot one of the horse.
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna miss. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I was trying to save you, Edgar.
Edgar, any last words? No, I'm just kidding. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna throw my knife at one of the horses.
Do you still have that knife? You threw it into a guy's head and you didn't get it back.
Well, anyways, I'll just throw one of the phosphoric acid things at the horse, I guess.
Okay. All right, roll.
Nice.
Oh my god, dude. So
I have a
Yeah.
tear in my eye, and I just go, I'm just like, I'm sorry. The war is war.
I'm sorry, Betsy.
And I check it at the horse.
what a great distraction, covering a horse in acid. That's a way. That's fucking. Oh my god.
How many of
Okay,
those do you have?
Not enough.
that's okay, dude. It seems like you might. So roll damage. The phosphoric acid is what, 2d4 plus your intelligence. Oh my god. Okay, so the acid flies all over the head of the horse, and you can see it's like fucking just whole face fizzling and hair melting, and its eyes are completely its eyelids are gone. Just big horse eyes staring at you, fucking bleeding. And the horse tumbles and breaks its neck on the ground, and the guard flies off of his back and goes straight through a shop's window. And
Nice.
And the other horseman runs up at you with his sword drawn and
I need it.
strikes you with his long sword. And that will do 9 points of damage. And yeah, he basically just rides right past you. And now he's alone on his horse right in front of this big mob. So let's talk to you guys, Wilt and John.
Where it's our turns now?
We're
Or we can just do
commanding the
whatever?
mob, or we
Yeah, it's like it's free. So basically, what just happened? These two fucking guys on horses ran right towards Edgar. Edgar threw acid on a horse. This shit happened, and then the other one struck your friend Edgar with the longsword, and now he's like riding in front of the crowd, and you guys get to do something now.
Can I shoot him in the head?
Can I shoot him in the head? Yeah, go ahead. Roll. No, you just do it. Yeah, he's dead. No, I'm just kidding. Roll.
Fuck, man. Every time I try to attack, fucking.
It flies right
annoying.
past his head.
I want to rush him.
Oh, but arrows also fly from some of the followers. Okay, so one hits the guy in his leg, and
Out of, like, 10 of them.
yeah, out of like 10 arrows, like one arrow hits him, and it like pins
Quick
his leg
horse.
into the horse. The horse starts freaking out and bucking as the arrow has pierced its side. That he's trying to get it like under control.
Can I run up since I have my blade on my bow and just go run up and fucking stab up underneath and stab through his chin and kill him like that?
Let's see. Go ahead and roll an attack. Anything, John? Oh,
Apparently not. I had the same idea, but
Gotcha. So
Do
roll.
I get a +3 on my D4 roll because it's a knife attack?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so he's still alive, but he falls off of his horse. He's not able to like to stay on his horse anymore. He falls over the side of it. The horse like begins just kind of running. Actually, he falls off the side, but his leg is pinned to the horse because of the arrow. So the horse starts running away, and it kicks. You can hear like ping, like somebody kicking a tin can as like the horse kicks the dude's head and his helmet. And he's hanging from the side of the horse limp, and then the arrow breaks and he falls to the ground, and he looks like he's still moving, like trying to stand up.
Let's fire an arrow in him.
John
him
gets
off.
to do stuff now.
there's an arrow in him. He's trying to get the horse ready. Yeah, I'm gonna go up and try to shove my fucking gauntlet spike right into the back of his head
Word. Roll.
as he's trying to get that horse ready. Because I'm
Well, he's already off the horse. The horse
He
ran
fell
away.
off the
he
horse.
broke
Horse
off.
ran away. Yeah.
I thought he got back to the horse. That's all.
No.
Nope.
Okay, so I'm gonna run
Smash
up and,
that bitch's head in.
and try to Superman punch him with a fucking bladed gauntlet.
Yeah, he's prone, so you get advantage. Roll for attack. Yeah, that 15 will hit, not the one.
So I'm gonna run and bury one fucking gauntlet right into the back of the neck, and then bury the other into the spleen,
Okay.
and then lift that motherfucker up above me and slam him.
Oh my
down.
god.
Fatality.
All right, so roll for damage. Just roll 2d4. Oh, he's dead. Yeah, you punch into his head and his spleen, and roll a strength to see if you can hoist this man above your head.
Hoi!
So Edgar, you're staying there near like you're there near the ruined horse. You turn back, you see the crowd is turning on this man, arrows flying through the air. He gets stabbed in the face with a bow, falls off the horse, and now John Gilmore is just holding the corpse above his head on top of his spike gauntlets, and he just runs his fist down both sides, and blood flies all over John's body as he
God
screams.
damn, savage.
Is
That's
Edgar okay? Like he's not mortally wounded or anything, is he?
Oh, I don't know what his HP is, so I don't know.
I was gonna climb into the window that shop that guy fell through.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you go over to the broken window, you look inside, and you see that there is like stacks of like, it looks like there's knocked over racks and there's like glass shit broken on the floor. And you can see that the guard is just like crawling towards the back of the store. He's just like crawling along the ground trying to like get deeper into the store.
I take the dull iron knife that I've had on me. I really fucked up one from my house. If he's crawling away, I'm gonna walk up slowly to him and fucking try to jab that blunt thing into the back of his neck.
Oh God!
Nice.
You have advantage on this. Keep the first one 50. That's gonna hit. Okay, roll for damage. 1d4. Guess what? You see, you can tell by his the blood streak that's behind him as he's like dragging himself across the floor that he only has about 1 hit point left. And you extract that hit point like you're stabbing a syringe into the back of this guy's head and he dies.
God damn, we're so fucking ruthless tonight.
You murder the crippled guard inside of the store.
I'm gonna whisper. I'm gonna whisper in his ear. I'm gonna whisper in his ear if he's dying. I'm just like this. It's like, I know you probably can't hear me right now because you're dying and all. That's for making me kill an innocent horse, you piece of shit.
Oh, you love horses. Oh, this is a horror.
Yeah, that's what.
I thought about that too when he did that to the horse. That's why I was laughing so hard.
That's why I said a tear rolled down my face when I said sorry.
That's why I was laughing
I knew
so
you
hard.
said about
it. Yeah, dude. You had one of those moments where it's like, oh, we got to take her out back and shoot her. Yeah. You're sad about melting that horse's face, but at the same time,
I don't care about the human that got the.
When you feel like that.
Yeah. No, I was having you roll just for the horse. I know you don't give a shit about the human already. I think you can already do fucked up things to people and like not really gain it. And depending on how deep you go, if you do some new shit, if you somehow find a new low, then I'll have you roll. But
like if I suck somebody's large intestine out of their asshole like a fucking spaghetti noodle.
Can I run to the building where Edgar's at and just like kick the door in and just be like, Edgar, you okay, man?
They ain't no turns now. The battle's just happening. So I will describe that as you guys are doing this, you can hear that there are like more screams in the center of town. These sound like men, like the scream of men, like dying. It sounds like the battle's intensifying in the center of town as you guys are like, off to the east. So you run into the building and you see Edgar standing over the body of a dead man with his knife in the back of the head.
Edgar, are you okay to fight?
I turn around with like a tear going down one of my big old beady eyes with a big old smile. Yeah, why wouldn't I? And I just walked forward and hopped back out the same window I went through.
So they're back in the fight. Then I wanna have my men like grab them and kind of like redirect them and push them forward. Just get them pushing outside the gate. Just pushing towards the gate.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's still a ways to get to the gate, but or not too far, but
is it moving faster now though?
Yeah, I would say after all of this, like you guys have just put down horsemen, but now as you have them like pushing out forward, you can see that the other 4 horsemen who are riding around in like that death circle, they finished slaughtering those people. There's just a big pile of corpses in a circle. And the 4 horsemen begin like riding towards you guys, but they're not in a full charge. They come and they kind of like slow down and they say, everyone, return to your homes. Says, there's a terrible battle happening now. He says, the streets are not safe.
I kicked the door open of the house that I was in, and I said, "Fuck you!" And I shoot him.
For those who trust these fucks, go ahead and go back to your home. But for those who feel like this city's gone under, come with us.
All right. Yeah, roll with advantage for that. That some of the people begin, like, it looks like none of Brent or the High Oaks men, the people that have the bows, begin heading away, but you can see that like a small portion of the group with you begin heading away. Your numbers go from 50 down to like 38.
I'm just gonna make sure I heard that right. So Brent and the High Oaks men are with me, not against me.
Yeah, no, they're with you guys because they're the people with the bows that are with you.
So the civilians are leaving. Okay.
Yeah, some of the civilians are leaving.
Okay. I already made my turn, so someone else.
Did I? Because I shot that guy who said that. Who made
that's
that
gonna hit?
Right?
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
All right, and then
roll for god fucking damage. So you get you hit the guy on the horse, and like as some of those people are leaving, like they see the guy get shot in the horse, and the guy on the horse gets shot, and like 4 of the people who are walking away go like, and they turn around and like rejoin you guys, and then more arrows begin to fly as Brent of the High Oaks men are there. And actually, on the other side where you see all those slaughtered people, you can see coming around the side of that building is Brent. You can see him on the other side. You can actually like sense his presence before you see him, Wilton. And you see him pop out around the corner with like 6 more of his men behind him. And they begin firing arrows, and pinned by both these volleys of volleys of these arrows, the 2 horsemen fall dead off their horses, and the horses begin to scatter.
Beautiful.
Now it is just you, and Brent steps out, and he says, "Look at this. It's a terrible slaughter." He says, "If I would have known it would have been like this, I would have never joined with Blackcap. But all that's left to do now is to get the fuck out of here."
Listen, brother. And I stretch my arm out and I grab his arm like, you know, that sexy forearm fucking handshake like this. I'm like, listen, brother. It's only time to make up for your mistakes. Now let's get these people to safety.
Yes. Yeah, you guys are all together.
Okay, I want to grab Brent and the High Oaks, and I said, they fucking tried to tell you. They tried to tell you they had the pigmen. But we're not even gonna fucking talk about that. The pigmen are another fucking issue. I need to get answers on. But for right now, I really need to get everybody out of this town.
He says,
"Yes,
yes."
You're probably the only one who can help with that. I've tried my best, but people aren't fucking listening to me."
Well, he says, well, you can ask me any questions you want on the way. He says, we have a little ways to the gate, and there's no telling whether it'll be safe or not. I have not seen many men on that side of the city.
Well, don't trust any of Blackcap's men. For fuck's sake, I can't even trust it. Fuck. We need to get gone. We need to just get out. We just need to get our sworn brothers out. Fuck anybody that is sworn to Blackcap. I can't do it right now. We have to talk about him later.
On Bone Drag!
Yeah, Brent says.
I just yell and start stomping forward again.
Yeah, Brent says. As you guys are beginning to head like towards the gate, Brent says, I think our biggest trouble right now is the guards. Look how many men they've slaughtered. And he points over to that circle full of like dead men, like 40, 50 people that have all just been slaughtered by those horsemen guards of the city. He says they're killing their own people. How do they not see what they're doing? And like starts running that way. Some of the archers are like facing backwards, like covering the back as you guys are making it towards the gate. And you guys can now see, as you guys approach the gate, you can see 20 of the cloaked and steel masked men running in through the gates in kind of like a big triangle charge. And you see, it looks like they're coming straight at you in your big group, but then you notice that they actually like they stop, like kind of in a strange way. Like they all stop at once, and then they begin to spread out, and they form a barricade in front of the open gate.
All right, this is what we're doing, boys.
You can see Daigle is up on top of the wall. You can see him up there.
I'm gonna try to push people past them, see if they stop them.
Okay, so as you begin like moving people towards the gate, you can see at the big cloaked figures, they put out their arms and they just shove people back.
Alrighty, this one's gonna have to go to.
Let them through, you sons of bitches! Just let them through.
Milton.
Oh, fuck! Shit! the crow and the hawk fly to you.
All right, boys. We're going out in a blaze of glory. And I shoot one of those fucking pigmen in the goddamn face, and I run up and charge him afterwards.
Oh my God.
Wait, they're pigmen that were.
God,
Whatever the fuck's in front of us, those cloaked bitches.
you're crazy.
Wait, was it the
Crazy.
cloak? I thought they were knights. I wasn't paying attention. They weren't guards.
No, the cloaked guys
Oh, the
came
cloak
through and they're
guys?
barricading us.
Yeah, whenever I say somebody who's in a black cloak with steel masks.
Yeah,
you know it's,
I didn't
black
hear
caps.
the black. Yeah,
God
I know that.
damn.
I just didn't hear the black cloak part. I only heard.
Gotcha. Okay, roll your damage or roll your attack, Bone Crag, because he's.
Orin
he's-
used this as a fucking chaos thing. He just wanted to.
It's a
make the
warning
fighter-
shot.
It's a warning shot. So you fire an arrow, it misses. They actually don't even react to it, and you are now rushing towards them. And John, what did you say you were doing?
I wanna engage them vocally and say, "Move aside in the name of Orin."
Okay, they show no reaction to that.
Then move aside in the name of.
They only react to wedding. They only react to jiggling bells.
I know, but I don't have jiggling bells right now.
Yeah, they don't seem to.
Okay.
They don't seem to react to your words. They just stand there.
As I'm running towards them, can I like slide underneath, like do like a last second slide and slide between them and come up behind them?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a D20, a dexterity roll. And so John Gilmore begins running in the other direction, talking about, I'm going to end this where I started it. And the men are there. +3. And, oh yeah, you managed to slide through them. And they make a grab for you as you're like sliding past them. But after you're on the other side of them, they pay no attention at all. And on the other side, outside the gate, you can see that when you guys first arrived at the city, there were the two like the heralds, the standard bearers that stood out front and like talked to you and like sent for the guys to open the gate. And you can see that they're both dead. Their heads just like crushed, and they're like laying on the ground in pools of blood out in front of the city gates. But other than that, you're alone out there.
Can I just turn with my bow and just stab the closest hooded figure in the back of the head with it?
Yep. Oh yeah, dude. With advantage. So roll twice. I think that's gonna hit anyway. Okay, yeah, that hits. Yeah, roll roll 2d4 because this is like this is right in the back of the head.
Well, with my knife, I get a +3 too. So let's put that into account.
Nice 10 damage.
Oh shit!
All right, so you stab one in the back of the head, and it thrashes its head back and forth. So the blade like gets pulled out of the back of its head. You can see some kind of like dark, like blackish blood leaking from its head, and it like thrashes back and forth for a moment, and like swings its arms, and then just like goes back to standing in attention. Now we're gonna go to the other side, and you can see that there is Yeah. The crowd is out there. John has run. Brent to the High Oaks is like you can see that he's kind of like, it looks like he's about to have like a breakdown. He kneels down onto the ground and he puts his hand over his eyes and it looks like he's like praying or something. And Wilton, you can like sense basically like a power growing on the other side of the gate. Edgar Daigle.
I want to pull out that little vial, the Desmata I have, and open it again to see if I can get their attention with it.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. You open that vial of Desmata, and as soon as you do, like most of the formation, like it takes a few seconds. First, you see kind of like a ripple. They just begin to like twitch a little bit, and then you see a few of them break off from it, and then after a moment, like fucking 12 of the 20 are like running towards you. There's now not enough to even like cover the whole entrance.
Right.
So the 12 of them are just running at you.
I'm gonna yell at Wilton. Wilton, I'm gonna keep running towards and have them follow me. Wilton, get these people out of here. And then I'm gonna see if I'm gonna try to lead these fucking 12 of them away so everybody else can try to break through.
Roll a wisdom check, John. We'll see if you hear them yelling as you're running across town. You don't.
I just want to know if I noticed Desmata.
Oh, sense the Desmata. Oh, that's actually interesting.
I am of the persuasion, I think.
I would. Okay, well, percentiles are good. So
range watch.
you do. You can sense the Desmata after like probably a little bit after because it takes a minute for the air to waft over, but you sense it.
Yeah.
Well, we could say that you sense the Desmata and you can kind of sense the direction where it's at. I mean, if you wanted to.
I'm thinking that it completely turns me for a second. Like, it completely turns me around for a second because it's something that I don't expect. Mm-hmm. When I expect Desmata, I feel like it wouldn't fuck with me as much as when I don't expect it.
If you turn around, you see that there are 12 of the cloaked figures running straight at Edgar.
As I'm holding this vial in my hand.
He's holding a vial.
Come on, get it, you pig fuckers.
I'm going to abandon my quest for the bell and just run in and try to fucking body check one of them.
Okay, absolutely. It's going to take you a minute to get there, so we're just going to go to Dave real quick.
I'm just saying, Wilton, you better get these people out. You don't have as many, so you break the formation, get these people out of here.
How many men left on the floor or in front of the gate?
So, Edgar, what did you do with the open vial? Are you still just holding it?
Yeah, I was just trying to lead. I'm running, just trying to lead them away. So there's a gap in the formation, so Wilton can get these people out of here.
It feels like something I've seen on Tremors before. Matt. Okay, what are you doing, Daigle?
How many men left
I do love trim.
guard the gate then if 12 left?
There's 8 of them, and one has a gaping, bleeding head wound.
From yours
How
truly.
fast?
Oh, you can't see them. You're on top of the wall, but you see.
Kind of like peer over and like look kind of.
Yeah, we'll say you can see them. Yeah, you look over.
They're standing by the gate. How long is it going to take me to get down from the gate?
Oh, you can just head down. It's like 3 flights of stairs. Just gun it.
Okay,
yeah, so you run down the stairs, and as you're doing that, you can see Edgar is in the distance now, or like a ways away, like running up to some building, and there's 12 of the things that are like right on his ass, like right about to be on his heels. At least it looks like from this distance. There's 8 men. They're standing in front of the gates. There is Brent of the High Oaks kneeling on the ground, and you can see his skin is beginning to like get very pale and white. And some of his men are like backing off and like they're drawing their bows and they're about to fight like these remaining guys that are guarding.
How fast can I make it to the bottom? And then is this guy dead?
You're already there. You're already there.
Okay. Did Wilton slay this guy? Is he already dead?
No.
No. Can I finish him off then? Actually, no. Let me take the other guy if I can. When I go for the
there's 8 of them, so take your pick.
So I'll take the one that's parallel to that man, so probably in the very back. If I can, if I'm fast.
You're gonna run up with your knife and fight one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll for an attack. Yeah. I mean they react to you coming up, but yeah, roll for it. Oh yeah.
Fucking fire tonight, man.
I know.
Fire. Okay. Roll damage, buddy.
Fuck.
shit.
Fucking max damage right here too.
And these guys have no armor, so you don't get like the bonus when you're fighting armored opponents.
Sick.
But you get your other bonuses.
Sick,
Max.
now you son of a bitch!
All right, yeah, you stab that guy in the head, you get one more attack because we're doing speed
Sick.
combat. Woo!
All right,
Boom, boom, boom.
I'm gonna go again. Well, I don't know if I should roll damage, I guess, for my other one if I got him, right?
Or does he have to roll for another attack?
Roll for another attack, or that suffice?
Or just straight damage?
Oh, yeah, no, you have to roll for an attack, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All the time, baby. Every time.
All the time.
Every day. That's what matters.
Nice.
God damn.
Fucking Daigle, man, tonight with the rolls.
God
Shit,
damn.
man.
Fire, dude. You're fucking just. Oh man.
Nice. Okay, you stab him again for 6 points of damage. It's 13 altogether. He's
Yeah,
still
plus
standing
4.
and throws out a fist towards you. Just attempts to pummel you. Oh, but it's very slow. You realize now, like, I mean, because you guys have been calling these pigmen the whole time. So let's say that you're standing across from what you think is one of these pigmen. And when you first saw them, they were like slaughtering your friend anew and destroying your village. And now this one, you've just like deftly dodged out of the way. And how different it feels from the first time you encountered one of these crazy beings.
Oh damn, that hits to the heart.
And then we're going to go to let's say Edgar. Edgar, you've got all these guys on it. Wait, John is now approaching the side, so you're back with the team with Wilton, and yeah, you can see Brent kneeling on the ground, growing ever more pale, and he looks like he's kind of like falling forward, like he's sinking. And his men are now letting arrows go towards the remaining.
Run to Brent, pick
guards.
him up, and say, "Don't give up now. We need you and your stupid fucking tree, fucking bullshit."
You grab him. You grab him and you yell to him, and when you look into his face, you can see that his eyes are rolled back, and it looks like his skin is like leaking off of him, and he's got some sort of orb in his hand, and it looks like the orb is just like it's stuck in his hands, and you can see that his fingers are already like turned to bone, and it looks like he's like kind of being like sucked into this orb.
I'm gonna throw him to the ground and go, "Wilton!" Sorry, Wilton!
I run over there.
I don't know what's happening. His
You
hands
guys
are
make my
bone. I
sacrifice here
don't.
in vain. Get these guys out of here.
Can I grab the orb?
So you dodge back through the line of men. As you're running past them, one swipes at you with their fist, and okay, it swings wide over your head. You feel this big of air like fly over the back of your head as you dive forward. And when you put your hand onto the orb, you went to grab the orb, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you dive down, you put your hands around the orb, and as you do this, you see the rest of Brent of the High Oaks just gets like completely absorbed into the orb, leaving nothing behind besides like his steaming finger bones laying on the ground. And when you touch the orb, you see these like beams kind of appear in the sky. You see one from close to the south. And you see another one from further to the east, and you see like 5 more up in the sky, and you can feel the presence of the tree. And so you hear a voice from within you, and somehow from just vast distances away, it says, "Take me to the tower, bearer of the seed, bonded one. We go together."
I got
you
you, man.
Got you, man. And you can hear Brent's voice, and he says, "Please make sure my men make it to Bella Fortuna."
Brent, for this, I will do this for you.
And when you come back, you can your eyes like roll back, and you see everything that's going on outside, and you can see that those beams, the beacons, are like still up in the sky. And
Can I control the beacons, like the beams?
you try to.
Yeah, like I wanna shoot the beams down. Like if they're beams of light, like energy, maybe. Can I shoot them down at the fucking cloaked people? Like all of them?
Okay, so yeah. As you gesture to the beacons in the sky, you can see the one from the east, which is like the direction where you met your tree. It bends down towards the ground and shines like a spotlight over the. Which ones are you sending it to? The ones chasing Edgar or the ones in front of the gate?
We'll do Edgar.
Okay, so it shines down onto those 12 that are in front of Edgar, and you can see them like they begin like hissing and just like throwing a tantrum, and they're like punching at one another, and there's like steam coming out of the edges of their scars. And Edgar, yeah, you're seeing this like firsthand. You're right in front of them. You hear like this hissing and growling, and they're pounding upon each other, and those 12 men just like steaming from their skin, just pull one another apart.
Oh, fuck.
Damn. Sweet. Sick.
Sick.
Nice.
Are they? So they're just tearing each other apart. I ran into a building.
Oh, and after, sorry, one more thing. Wilton, after you did that, the beams went down one by one and disappeared.
So what? They're just tearing each other apart. Was I in a building? Did you say I was running towards
Yeah,
a building? Okay.
you're basically at like the storefront of like a clothier shop.
Okay, and they're tearing each other apart in front of me. I'm just gonna close the Desmata thing and scoot away, and then just like hurry back, like scurry back to where everybody else was.
Okay.
And just be like, the fuck was that?
So yeah, you scoot past this like slowly growing puddle of black blood and flailing mass of muscular men, and make it back to the gate where everyone's together. You can see that there is like these steaming hand bones that are on the ground. And you can see that there's a bunch of Brent of the High Oaks men, and a few of them have tears in their eyes. You can see more of the villagers are starting to appear behind you, as you can see other guards in the distance are like, closing in towards the north gate as well. You can see like a ragtag team of guards, kind of like maybe like 15 or 20 guards.
Wilton, what the hell? I told you to get these guys out of the gate.
I just saved your ass, Edgar. You're welcome.
I got nothing to say to that.
Just as usual. That's what I thought. Can I like permanently make my eyes like the color, like the crimson, like the cobalt color of the tree? Not crimson, sorry.
Yeah, the color can return to your eyes. Yes.
No, can I permanently make it like I want to switch my eyes and make it like I want to like as I'm talking to Edgar, I want to like flip them over and make them permanently like that. Like, can I do that?
You're pretty sick.
Yeah. Yeah, you can have them stay.
Nice. I just want them like that for permanent.
I think you've probably been suppressing them so that like, it's not weird around other people. And they have like disappeared a few times, but I think you're close enough to a tree now where they can stay like that if you want them to.
I want to walk to the front lines, and whoever's the closest enemy, I want to fucking fire an arrow right into their face.
Okay.
And then, actually, I'll wait until if I hit or not.
Fire. After all that, 5 XP, and then highs or lows, buddy.
We'll do high.
This is a critical fail, by the way, fellas, at home. So that is okay. Well, good. So the arrow like flies and misses, and you lose grip of your bow for a second. It kind of flips, but it does like a circle around your thumb, and it doesn't fly out of your grip. So here you guys are. You're facing down 8 more of these guys. One of them is wounded, and Daigle's standing in front of them, fighting it with his knife. Another one is like also bleeding out of its head. There's 6 of them that are just standing there. There's 2 that are like starting to engage with Daigle. You guys have a bunch of archers and a growing crowd of commoners from this city behind you. As guards are pressing in from the other side, what do? You guys are all together.
Sit down, cross-legged, get into a meditative state, pop my Malfora, and focus in on my tree.
Pop your Malfora right now.
Hey, why? We were supposed to do that together.
It's for the better good.
Oh, what a fucking chaos move. What is this? Okay, hold on. Holy shit. Holy shit. Fuck.
Holy shit.
Holy shit. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, so fuck. So Wilton, this is so bizarre. So you pop the Malphora into your mouth and swallow it. You can feel it beginning to hit you almost immediately. You sit down on the ground, the orb's in your backpack, and you're focusing in on your tree. You can feel the presence of not just your own tree, but several other trees. It's odd. It's hard to explain, but like you can't tell how many, but you can just feel the presence of more of these trees. And you get a vision of you guys are like walking around the outside of this massive black tower, and there are these weird fleshy things that are surrounding you, and your team is deftly fighting them off. And Edgar has a tail.
Oh, you're seeing the future? Oh, you bastard! You got to it before me.
Okay. Let me write all that down so I don't forget real quick. Give me like 30 seconds.
You can see Edgar like flinging a flask of acid over his shoulder with his tail as he's stabbing one of these fleshy things in the head. And you can see Daigle just fucking like he's like banging around inside of a what looks like to be like an abandoned tent, and you can see his knife like poking holes through the side of the tent as he's wrestling with some unknown thing within.
Can I pull back from that future vision and hone in on those light beams again? Like, can I try to spawn those up again?
When you try to sense back to the light beams, you can feel the presence in your bag like calling to you to like pick it up, like the orb inside of your bag. But you can hear your tree. Okay, so you grab it. You can hear your tree saying, "No."
I throw it down.
It must be delivered. Use it now, and it will consume you.
Gotcha. Well, okay. Tree. Let me hone it. Tree.
Yes.
We need to get away from these people, and we need you to assist.
Okay, so you ask the tree to intervene, and the tree says, "I will lend you some of our power. But after this, you must take it immediately, Seed Bearer, to where it must go."
I will.
Okay, and you can feel an energy like flood your body and those around you now. So he basically, his skin looks like the light of the moon, like a full moon, and
like the Avatar, bitch.
He's like, his albedo is infinite.
Going into my Avatar state.
His hair starts lifting off of his scalp, Super Saiyan style. Or Nikola Tesla, whichever reference you like better. Okay, yeah, so that happens to you, Wilton. What is everybody doing? Damn, son.
I told you guys I'm a fucking god.
Oh my god. Do you say that to them?
No, I'm assuming I'm not in control of my body at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know if I am or not.
You're very.
I just
godlike.
assume
Okay,
it's
so
giving me power.
You're demigod.
As you begin glowing like that too, like so, Brent of the High Oaks men, you can hear them kind of like rallying behind you, and they say, "Brent, we're with you." But they're like talking to you.
Brent, bone crag. As I raise up higher.
Yeah. Okay, so now everybody, you guys are basically in combat. Let's go to Daigle since you're like right in the thick of it, and then everybody just like tell me what you're gonna do. Daigle, you get 2 attacks if you'd like to attack, or you can disengage. Do whatever you like. What would you like?
So is the other guy, is he finished, or does he still need some?
No, dude, you only did like 13 damage.
Oh shit. Oh, I'm gonna plunge another knife into him.
Alrighty. Knife. Okay, roll damage.
I'm getting
That's gonna
lucky
hit.
tonight.
Yeah. Sick. And then you get another knife attack.
Sick. He's still walking.
He's still walking.
They're strong.
Let's see, that's 19. That's gonna miss. Okay, yeah. So you've done 19 damage so far, and yeah, it shows no signs of slowing. Two flurries of fist blows come at you. One is gonna hit,
Pigman. Oh shit.
and the other is and the other's gonna crit. You have 16.
Oh, that's fine. Okay. So I will do tumbling. Well, I could do tumbling trick for the first one. That's fair. That's probably more fair.
Killer.
So I just roll against it real quick then. Let's see if I get half damage.
Oh yeah, because you have to beat the roll anyway. It'd be really hard to beat the 20.
Yeah, I have to beat it with my dex, so I have 15.
15. Okay, that's
So I
not
take
gonna
half
beat it.
damage.
No, that won't beat it though. Yeah, because it hit over your AC. All right, so let's roll for damage. You take 14 points of damage. 2 sets of bludgeoning fists slam
shit,
you
I
on
have-
both sides with immense strength.
So I have 7 health left.
Is that weird?
I know, dude. I didn't get out the whole word strength. I was like, with immense strength. Edgar, John,
Just about.
Wilton, what would you like to do? Let's start with Edgar.
Okay, I wanna blow dart one of my darts because if you guys remember, I got my I forgot I had the 2-foot stone dart.
Yeah, you did pick that up.
Can
How
I
did you get a
one of
rib
those?
cage thing? Did we figure that out?
I don't know. I think it's when
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, go ahead. Continue on the story.
Okay, I'm gonna dip. Can I dip one of the darts in my phosphoric acid and then shoot it at somebody? Blow dart it.
It won't do anything. You can't put acid on darts for
Okay,
direct
never mind.
damage.
Okay, then I'll just shoot the blow dart. Fuck it. I want to shoot one at one of the 8 remaining. Wait, you didn't kill one. The one of the 8 remaining. Men. I want to shoot one at him.
Sure. Okay, yeah. Roll. D20.
Whoa, D20 18.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I don't think you get any bonuses. That's like a dex item.
Yeah. It's not really throwing. It's more oral based. Do I
It's
roll
blowing.
for 4 damage? thing?
Nice.
Nice though. Yeah. Roll a D4. Yeah. It's a stone.
Edgar's blowing game is actually pretty strong.
Damn dog. You blow good.
Will do.
All right. Oh, that's fine. Yeah. So you hit the one that Daigle's fighting. That's attacking Daigle. So Daigle, a stone dart flies into the forehead of one of the dudes that you're facing, and you see Edgar's behind you with a blowgun. Wilton and John. Oh yeah, the guards are closing in on the other side of you guys as well. Remember how I said there's that ragtag team of maybe 15, 20 guards that's coming in from the outer corridors in the middle of town. They are starting to close in. They're probably about 100 yards away. They're going at like a regular pace. They're not like storming at you yet.
But they are behind me, cutting me off pretty much.
Yeah, now, like, I mean, you might be able to find a sewer entrance nearby if you're looking for one, but you're not going to, like, slowly you're losing access to more and more of the town as these guards show
Okay,
up.
so I'm just gonna charge ahead with Edgar.
Oh, I'm already there.
Oh, well, I'm charging towards Edgar. I'm trying to.
Oh, okay. I thought you
Yeah,
said
Edgar's standing back with a blowgun. Right now, Daigle is fighting 2 of these things by himself at the front of the gates.
Yeah, I was
So
trying.
I'm gonna charge forward with my men to help Daigle then.
Our only way out is to squeeze as many people as we can just out of here. They're probably not all gonna survive. We're running out of time.
Fighting,
Can
people should
I
be able
head
to
towards
leave.
the gates?
So Daigle and John are like basically up at the gate. John just ran up there to fight with Daigle, right?
Oh yeah, okay. So I'm not gonna run up to. Well, I'm gonna get like closer, but I'm gonna see if I can like multi-hit people if that's possible, since I'm in my elevated form.
Okay, roll an attack with advantage. Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Okay, so you fire as you like pull back your arrow, you can feel like kind of like a trembling in your wrist, and then as you let it go, the you feel like something like launch out from inside your arm, and your arrow splits into 3 arrows. So roll a critical hit on 3 of the enemies.
God arrows? Fuck
Yeah,
you.
so
those
roll
all gonna
roll
be
3
D8?
sets of 2d8. The 2 of them hit like two of the random ones like off to the right, and then one of them slams into the head of one that Daigle's fighting, and it like slides down onto the ground like against the wall and falls dead.
Nice.
Well, it was the first time you guys have killed one of these things.
The fuck was that? The fuck?
All it took was divine intervention. It's John. John, you're like right up front with Daigle, so I think you should you could do stuff.
Well, yeah, I was going to Daigle's aid, so I guess since that person died, I'm just gonna try to push Daigle forward and just kind of try to get out.
You're gonna push Daigle through these guys?
Well, the guy in front of us died, correct?
John!
Yeah, there's
This
one
is the
more still
only
there.
way out!
Yeah, so
We have a clearing!
I'm gonna push forward with the men behind me and just try to get as many people out as possible.
Okay, word. Yeah, just roll Dex.
Oof.
I say-
Yeah, 0.
Puppy, go play.
I
Okay.
yell, this is our clearing! This is the only way out! We have this gate, it's secured! We got it! Follow
still-
me!
There's like 5 more of these guys. Or there's 6 more of these guys. Like only one of them has fallen. So as you begin to like try to squeeze through the gate with the men, another one of them gets in your way, John, and swings at you with its fist. Does an 18 hit?
Yeah.
All right, and that is going to do 9 points of damage.
Can I retaliate?
Oh yeah, you can attack now.
So I'm gonna swing up since I got hit and bring up one fist under his jaw and bring another into its kidney.
Nice.
No.
The classic one too.
Yep.
You should have done solar plex and then jaw.
1, 2.
So I guess the jaw hits, but the kidney doesn't.
RKO.
Yep. Or KO
Roll
to
for an
nowhere.
RKO.
Roll for damage for that 18. All right, you crack that one in the jaw, son. Well, first we're gonna do a round of arrows from the supporting staff. Oh my god, that was 2 critical fails. And then 2 hits. Okay.
Bowstring snapping left and right.
So yeah, a flurry of arrows fly through. There's two arrows fly into the chest of one of the middle enemies, and yeah, now Wilton Edgar.
In my divine form, I hand my kid companion my other knife that I have.
How many
Yes,
knives do you have? Is that your last knife?
Yeah, it's my last knife. Stay with me. And I shoot my arrow as possibly. I shoot my arrow like at multiple targets if possible.
Yeah, just roll. So roll for damage, but it's just 1 arrow. Okay, so another one of them falls dead. The second one. So actually now there is a pretty large gap, but the other ones are like kind of like rushing to close. And as this like their formation is falling apart, it's just becoming a brawl. And the other 4 just begin to like kind of like circle out and start like engaging with John and Daigle, and one of them's running straight towards Wilton.
Can I attack again? Can I shoot a fucking arrow at that motherfucker's face?
Yeah, we'll do John and Daigle real quick.
So again, I'm gonna try to go for at least the splice in between. I'm gonna try to go for the neck with one of my knives. Go for that.
They go fuck slitting that bitch's throat, cut that bitch's head off.
Oof. Oh, roll for another attack. You get 1 more.
Oh boy.
Oh shit!
5 XP me, Daigle. Get that
Nice
point
critical
down.
hit. All right, yeah, roll 3d4 and then add your, you know, yeah, you stab the shit out of it, and yeah, it looks like he's like he's starting to go down, like it looks like he's like bleeding out, but like still gets up and to fight. So as they break formation in front of the gates, now much of the gate is open, and now the crowds are just kind of like pushing out, but the 4 Black Cap's men are just like routing on you, or not routing, but like surrounding you guys now. Just like it's just an all-out brawl with them now, swinging in. An attack.
Kill ya!
One attack hits John, and
You no fun to me!
and one hits Daigle.
Fuck!
And
John, I don't think I could fight too much longer. I think
Daigle, we
it's
gotta
about
go.
it.
We gotta.
John,
Fuck.
John,
Fuck,
you're a
we gotta
good
go.
man.
Let's
You gotta live.
just
You
go.
gotta run. You gotta run.
Run,
You
Daigle.
gotta run. I can't. I think this is
Can I
it for me.
zip over to Daigle?
Yeah.
I don't think.
as
I'm
they're
gonna try to
yelling
live.
at each other to run, Wilton approaches you two.
Hey, can I
What?
just touch
By
Daigle on
this
the
point, I
forehead
wanna-
and
I
try to
wanna-
focus my tree power?
Fuck.
Sure. So you can feel the you can feel the power of the tree and here roll a d10.
I think so.
Okay, yeah. So Daigle heals for 1 point of damage.
Fuck.
Again,
John-
I'm pushing Daigle out of the circle, and I'm going to run. I'm pushing.
You can
Daigle
feel-
out with
I,
me.
You can
I,
feel
I
with
push
every
John
u-
back. I push John back and I go, fuck. Shit, if you think I can run in my condition, you're better off. I can't fucking move. I'll fucking die here.
If
At
that's
least
the
I
case,
died.
I'm just gonna brush his push off and book it out.
I can't move. I don't have much left.
I'm leaving.
try to run.
So-
I healed you
trying to run,
1
but I
point of
can't.
damage, Daigle.
A few
the rest
fists
of the-
swing at John as he goes to escape, but they miss. He ducks beneath them, and he's out on the other side of the gate. The rest of you are now being circled by these beings. Edgar's being attacked by one, and
Is
then
there a
one
chance I
squaring
can
off with
move, or-
Daigle, and one squaring off with Wilton. So you each have one on you, and it's the remaining ones. And there's still arrows flying from your support team off to the side. And then there's crowds of people that are just now running out the gates because now the gates are completely open. Edgar's turn.
Okay.
Okay, the one that's
Not a problem.
attacking me, I want to try to throw one of my phosphoric acids in its face.
Oh, fucking absolutely. Roll it. And you're going to get advantage because he's like right on you.
Sick.
14, daddy.
Roll again. Just in case you twindo. Nope, but you're going to hit. Go ahead and roll for damage. All right, yeah, and you can see that he's like disoriented by this like stinging all over its skin. The mask, the steel mask that he's wearing also begins to like sizzle, and you can see like droplets of gray liquid falling from the outside of the mask, and it's melting through his robe and burning its skin. And I mean, you can make one more move. I'm letting everybody do 2 moves now for this battle.
So is any of his face coming through or no?
Also, yeah. So the phosphoric acid has reached one of the straps, so the mask falls off halfway. It's like hanging from the
Okay.
other side of his face.
When it was melting like that, I'm just gonna be like, how's it feel to feel something like pain? And then I take that dull knife and I try to jab it into his ear where it's melting off.
Oh my god. Okay, roll with advantage. All right. So, yeah, you stab it through the eye. It was already injured. It's got arrows. Like, as you're fighting it, there's more arrows flying into its side. And after you sink your knife into its head, it just falls down to its knees in front of you and then kind of like tilts in a circle like it's going to fall forward onto you, but instead falls backwards onto its own legs.
I just want to pull it out of its head before my turn ends because I.
Oh, for sure. You can extract your knife. And it's Daigle's turn.
All right, dude, I'm doing a lot of damage with this dull ass knife I got from my
I'm
aunt.
kind of
It's-
surprised.
Is there a way I can dip away?
Fucked up kitchen knife. Huh?
I'm gonna try to dip away because I am like almost dead.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just roll a dexterity to see if you can disengage here, buddy. You managed to disengage. Okay, so you pull away from the 2 guys. They're swinging at you, but you nimbly dodge between their big lumbering blows.
Is he with me now?
Yeah.
Did he go under? He's with me.
Yeah, he's near you. Yeah. Oh no, is he on the other side of the gate? Yeah, he's on the other side of the gate. You made a pass.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
I think
on
that's
the
where it
other side
didn't-
of the gate too.
There's a
John
bunch of
left-
men. There's a bunch of men and women, like you know the farmer folk, the common folk from within the city of Stovehurst, who are now just like flooding out into the field in front of the city, and they just seem to be heading a little northward, and they're kind of like gathering in a circle beyond the city walls, but still moving at a further pace. And they keep like looking back over their shoulders to see if there's anybody following them. You two are standing outside the gate, and it is.
Jago, I'm glad you came.
Wilton.
I'm glad you came to your senses. We couldn't. Oh fuck, we couldn't get
I
through
respect you.
that.
I'm not
We
good.
could not
I'm
get
not
through
good.
that.
I didn't do enough. I didn't do enough.
Jago, just
So-
just
I'm
relax.
not worth it. I can't fucking do enough.
I know. I couldn't do it either. Just,
Oh, I
just
can't
relax.
help. I'm useless. I'm useless. Jordan, I'm sorry.
Just relax,
I'm
Dago.
sorry. I don't want to die. I don't.
We'll get out of here soon, Dago. Just relax. Just focus on Just focus on our brethren.
Okay, Daigle
me
sinks to the
some
floor,
whiskey.
coughing and crying. And Wilton, you have one of these guys like bearing down on you right now. There's only, I think, 3 of them left now. Yeah, 3.
All right, I want to take my bow knife. Oh, actually, no. Actually, before I do that, I want to fucking pocket sand this one of the guys behind me, and stab the guy who's coming at me. Like, I want to stab the guy coming at me in the face, like from like you know, like
Who are you gonna pocket
Under-
sand?
whatever the other 2 people fucking next to us.
The other
big
2 guys are
bitches.
both the dudes with the steel masks.
Whatever.
Okay, never mind, then. Never mind. Fuck the pocket sand. I just want to stab straight up from like under the chin, straight out, like up, and then pull out. You know, like so it like splits.
Oh
their
my
face.
god. Okay. Yeah, just roll. All right. So yeah, you shove your bow knife up underneath the mask and yank it back, and the jawbone of the guy just pops off, and the mask goes flying. Ding. And he like falls to the ground with his tongue flopping and blood squirting everywhere, and falls.
Can I
face
catch the
first.
mask?
No.
No.
Yeah, fine. Who cares? Yeah, you have the mask. Okay.
No!
John's turn.
I put it
Oh,
on.
I'm outside. So what I'm gonna do is just keep all the people that are safe back, and ask my scarred brethren that are out to knock and loose arrows. That's it.
Discard
Fire at
bears.
will.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't have any weapons. They don't have any weapons.
Or any of the crowd that got out with me that was kind of under my control to knock and loose arrows or throw whatever they have.
Hold
at
the
these-
line.
Okay, you
These
managed to
scarred
find a few.
monstrosities.
You managed to find a few people who do have bows, and they begin like shooting off towards towards the remaining of Blackcaps, man. The guards are getting close on your guy's tail. They're now just like 30 yards back, and you can hear them like, forward, march! Coming up now behind, not Daigle, but John and, oh no, not John, behind Wilton and Edgar.
Your kidsmen are dying in there. You make clothes, you're very fashionable, don't you? But you can't do shit with that leather. Who brings you your who brings you your leather? The fucking leather maker. And they're in there and they're putting their butts on the line and you're not doing nothing. There's your clansmen, your lineage, your friends, your cousins, your family, your best friends and your teachers. The guards have them at the gates. We're nothing. We're just a fleeing people of nothing. We can go back in there. We can fight for his right, and that is our walls. And we fucking died for it. At least get the rest of us out of there. Any man that is strong enough, that can fight, that can grab a spear, a hose, a fucking rake or nothing, something. Grab a sword, grab a knife, grab a butcher's cleaver. We're going back. We're liberating, and we're getting back in there, and we're grabbing people. We're grabbing people. We're gonna make our life for ourselves. Who's with me?
At this point, I want to grab Daigle since it sounds like he's about to collapse, and just throw him over my shoulder and start walking towards the tree line calmly.
No, you're gonna get a nude if you do that.
All right, yeah. So after your after your inspiring speech, a bunch of the men begin to rally and like they run in towards the two guys. After a few moments between flurries of arrows from both sides of the gateway, you guys holding it down in melee, and this gathering of men who are running in with their pitchforks and their hammers and their fucking dinner forks, stabbing the shit out of these two guys. They fall to the ground dead. Just as the guards are approaching from the other side, the guards lower their spears and their shields, and they begin making a slow march towards you guys against the open fence.
So so they're all dead. So now we can get the people out of here. So I'm just gonna turn to the people and be like, "Come on, what are you waiting for? An invitation? Let's go, let's go, let's go."
Mm-hmm.
And
You're yelling to the other people to go?
yeah, I'm yelling for them to go. It's like, what are you waiting for an invitation after they're all dead?
Okay, yeah. So they begin running back out of the gate past Daigle and John, or at least towards like Daigle and John. So everybody's like routing back through the gate out.
Well, am I still fucking avatar stated?
I'm just
You can feel it waning.
What'd you say?
James Cameron.
You can feel it waning.
In the wake of the
Okay,
battle,
cool.
I want to try to gather them and pull them aside to a safe place.
I want to make sure I have my kid companion still.
Yeah, the kid's still with you.
Okay, cool.
He seems thoroughly freaked out and clutching the knife like a teddy bear against his chest.
I pick him up, throw him over my shoulders, and I start walking out towards the gate.
I'm just trying to usher people out of the gate.
Okay, yeah. So Wilton, as your like power is fading and you're walking out of the gates, John comes up and tries to shoo your kid away to talk to you.
I'm also
Hey, buddy.
It looks like you have a
Sit
daughter
here.
son now.
Buddy, sit here. I'll be back.
Boy.
Okay, you put him down on a stone there, and just to let you
Take
guys
this
know,
knife,
as
Andy.
you all step out and away from the gates, you can see that the gates are now lowering. You can see like men showing up at the top of the turrets on top of the wall, and the gates are just like sinking down until they crash against the ground. You can see that there is now like there's 8 guards up on top with crossbows like pointed out towards you guys. They don't seem to be firing, but they're pointing out towards you guys. And then there's a bunch of spearmen standing just in front of the wrought iron gates below.
I've been hiding something from you guys, and Wilton, especially since you sort of went through this with me. I need to apologize because I feel we may have been put on a bad path because 1, I don't think I can trust Misersburg College, and 2, we could definitely not trust the men of the Black Cap because I thought I could, at least for a second, because I felt I knew the person in charge because, well, it was my brother, Oren, my long-lost brother.
What?
My brother, Oren. I thought maybe I could trust him. I thought I could trust him for a split second.
Your
And he
brother's
said so many-
behind this?
I don't know. For at least a split second.
How
I
long
thought
have you known, John?
the battle? That's it. I thought he was dead beforehand, but like,
So
at
you're
least,
telling me
at least for before the battle, I thought maybe he was telling me the truth that Hobart was the enemy, and the Misers had it all wrong, and that there was someone else who destroyed Misers. And then as soon as I got out of the crowd, and Oren left, and I saw what he did to these people, these black cloaked, steel faced people, it's just like the pigment. I don't know what to believe. He told me so many things, which I can't but help but want to believe. But Hobart might be part of this problem too. I don't know.
I smell
I pull my shirt down and show the Slop Top fucking brand. Be like, we're brothers. I got your back.
I know this. You're the only
too.
you're the only
Go
ones
ahead,
I can
Edgar.
count
Sorry.
on.
I was just gonna say, I smell pigmen the moment we stepped into that
I know, but I didn't.
little village.
Oh god,
I
I didn't want to
understand.
believe it, and
You
fuck.
had that feeling that you could trust somebody. because it
I
was your brother.
thought I got the nod. I always wanted to hope that he was still alive.
I understand.
But to see him where he's at now, I mean, it makes sense. He always wanted power, but
I put my hand on John's shoulder. You believed in your brother, and that is not a weakness.
John is just gonna melt. It's overwhelming. It's too overwhelming for him.
I give John a hug. I hope everybody else joins in the hug. Slop hug. Slop
I
cuddles.
joined the hug. I
I
joined the hug too.
I joined the hug, but I grabbed some booty too.
Who's
Oh my
booty?
God.
You have to be specific. You have to
Roll a
be specific.
1d4.
Oh shit, D4. Sorry.
That's a lot of booty.
All
That's
four?
a lot of booty.
Yeah, you grab your own booty.
Nice.
We
I'm
survived.
I'm poking Daigle on his shoulders, like Daigle. And I did it too. We just did this whole hugging moment, but all these people we got out of the village is staring at us, and I just realized we're outside of the gates. And
As
this
you
is-
point that out, a man approaches all of you from the crowd, and he appears to be wearing some of the robes that are similar to the ones that were worn by Brent of the High Oaks, and he says, "Hundreds have died within the city walls, but it's thanks to you that hundreds have escaped.
Thanks to Wilton.
Thanks to all of you. I've seen how all of you fought. I've seen all of what happened behind these gates. And I've seen what happened to our leader, Brent of the High Oaks." He says, I am second in command to Brent and his contingent. He says, "Brent always said that he had some sort of special mission, but I suppose it ends today. However, my mission
Doesn't end
continues.
today.
My mission continues. I'm going to Bella Fortuna, and I'm taking these survivors." He says, "Will you join us in the land of food and plenty?"
We're going back to Miser's.
No. If it was for the whiskey in me, I feel like I'd be bleeding hooves like a fucking sunken ship. I could fucking thank you, village people, for all the
Is,
provisions of the whiskey and all that. But I can't make decisions. John, you're gonna be the man here, right? You make our decisions. I'm a bit. I don't know if it's if from lost in blood or all the whiskey that the villagers reprimanded me from saving the arses from getting punctured any further.
Fucking Black Cap. You just turn your people right around. Don't give them the chance to turn them into monsters.
So you mentioned that to Miser's keep to them. And the other scarred brothers that are standing around you, they say, like, it looks like Clymore didn't make it out of there. He says he may still be trapped within, but we can't go back for him. He says we have to reunite with the rest of the brothers and join the front. He says, now, he says, we're still under your command. May we go and rejoin Hobart, or do you still need us?
I think we should all go to Hobart because
And the other guy, Havendal, says, he says, where is Miser's people?
let's worry about the Lonely Tower.
He says, I'm going nowhere near that accursed tower, and I would bring none of these people there as well. We will
Tell
cut
me-
a wide swath around it on our trip north. We'll pass through Fort Duloc for supplies, and when we arrive in Bella Fortuna, we will be welcomed with open arms.
We
Proper
already,
advice, but what are you looking
Okay.
for? Because you won't find nothing back there.
The
Let
guy
me tell you.
says, he says, Brent, through the network, Brent has received word there's strife in all four of the surrounding kingdoms, disease in the east. In the south, there is internal struggle between the factions of Malmute. To the west, in Elohar, there's mysterious absences of much of the clergy, leaving the settlements in disarray. But to the north, in Bella Fortuna, is still relatively sound and prime with resources. It was Brent's wishes that we would all head there, and honoring him in his death, that is where I will lead these men and women and children.
Because I
You're a
fuck
smart
Brent's
man.
wishes. Brent's wishes were Blackcap's wishes, and we now know that
You're
we
smart.
can't trust him.
He says Blackcap is not here, but after seeing what has happened in the city, I believe that if we can reach Bella Fortuna first, we can prepare them for what is to come.
I'd say head there. Head wherever civilization's there.
He puts his hand towards your shoulder and he says, I'm really sorry. I can tell what's happened here today has cut you deep. He looks to you and he looks over to John and he just says, all I can say at this point is thank you, and that I hope to see you one day in Bella Fortuna.
I'd see you there. Hey, maybe buy me a tea or something. Maybe a drink, whiskey of some sort. I'll be there for sure. I'd tell you this.
He says, of course,
happening.
drinks on me anytime that you see me for what you've done for these people and myself.
Something's dark's coming of the world. I'd be prepared wherever you're going for, but something's just not right. The seasons are changing. They're changing fast.
We believe that
I'd
this
prepare
world is
for it.
coming to an end. We believe that this world is moving to the beyond. And all we can do now is to weather the storm and hope it passes over our heads rather to submerge us beneath its dark waves until we drown.
We'll be there. I mean, we go to a journey about us. Maybe we'll be on the same side someday. But when all this is over, promise you'll buy me a drink.
He says, yeah. He says, you have it. He says, you just remember to look for me. My name is Havendal. Drinks are on me whenever you're around. What is your name?
You'll forget it, but it's Diggle.
I'll never
Diggle's
forget your
Scottish.
name, Daigle.
Is it? I'm a quiet man. You might forget me in the wind.
So with that, the man shakes hands with you, the heroes. He tells you that he'll never forget about you, and he prays that he'll get to see you in Bella Fortuna someday, and begins to head off with the several hundred people that managed to escape. This is probably like 200 people, and they begin like heading off to the north. From Stovehurst. And Stovehurst is completely on lockdown. You can hear horns blowing within it, and you can see more men gathering on the walls. And you can also see black cloaked figures that are moving in from both sides of the walls towards the north gate and seem to be fighting the men up to the archways of the gate towers. And from here, your mission continues whichever way you wish to go here in the decrepit, decaying Medenvard, falling apart. One of its largest cities is now succumbing to the threat of a man only recently met, known as Blackcap, and his dark figures. Orin, the brother of John Gilmore.